Hey guys, so this is going to be my last day doing crazy miscellaneous stuff before I get back to sorting. So, this is a deck that I've had around for a while. Another one of my oldies. It's a fun deck, it's a casual deck. I'm not the first person to play this deck. The original incarnation of this deck was my brainchild, but I was not the first one to play it. A fellow by the name of Jim that I used to hang out with was the first one to play it. He did kinda sorta okay with it, but I guess he didn't keep it around. I don't know. As far as I know, he hasn't, but I haven't seen him in a lot of years. And well, that's just the way things are. I heard he's still kicking around somewhere, but perfectly honest, from what I've heard, he hasn't got too many more years left in him, though. Guy's just morbidly obese, and from what I've heard, he's pretty much done nothing about it over the years. So, yeah, that's a bad thing. So anyway, this is a deck. Occasionally I refer to it as the Mulligan Special. You know, undergone a lot of changes over the years. Some cards have gone in, some cards have gone out. Some cards I don't have enough copies of, in my opinion. Other cards probably are a little bit on the subpar side, I guess. One thing you might be noticing as I paw through this stack of cards is that there's no land in here. Not one blessed bit. But what I do have... Let's put the sideboard cards aside over there. Putting the sideboard aside. Yeah, I know, that's crazy talk. Let's do this up. Come on, come on. Come on, cards. Cooperate, blast you. Okay, so what I do have is I've got a playset of Lotus Petals and Elder Spirit Guides. As well as a single Chrome Mox, which is a relatively recent addition. A playset of Eladamri's Vineyards, a playset of Magus of the Vineyard. And from there I can go into things like the various talismans from the original Mirrodin block, Sky Shroud Elf, Marble Diamond, Helm of Awakening. I've been thinking about just pulling all the Helm of Awakenings out, to be honest. All sorts of fun stuff in here. The deck tends to be really weak against flyers. Oh, hey, look, hey, there's an Enlightened Tutor. Yeah, I remember those. I've got all sorts of fun stuff. Some of the things I added in here recently to try and synergize a little bit with the Mox is I've put in a playset of Maurice's Twin Claws. He's a 2/4 double striker for 2 colors of green and a red or white. A Johann. He's okay. I've got a couple of planeswalkers in here. I've got a Chandra Nalaar. Looks like, I want to say maybe French. I'm not 100% certain. And a Johnny Vengeant. Oh yeah. And Goblin Charbelcher and a Landless Deck. It basically means I throw my deck at your face, and then if there's anyone, and then if it's a multi-way game, I stack it. Kid science, fun stuff. Here's another multi-colored card that's been in and out of the deck a few times over the years. Rith the Awakener. Jeez. Card put in. I've got two of them in here. Come on, out with D. Here we go. A pair of Raking Canopies. Whenever a creature with flying attacks you, Raking Canopy does 4 damage to it. Those are also there to help defend against flyers. I've got all sorts of cute stuff in here. You know, Calming Verse. It's a sorcery. Destroy all enchantments you don't control. Then if you control an untapped land, destroy all enchantments you control. I never control an untapped land. I never control a tapped land. I never control any land. Mercadian Atlas. It's a 5-drop artifact. At the end of your turn, if you didn't play a land, draw a card. Gemdai Tome. It's a classic. It's not all that good these days, but it's still 4 colors. And you pay 4 colors to tap it and draw a card. Well of Life. It's mostly in here because this is kind of a slow deck. Takes a lot of damage early. It's 4 colorless. At the end of your turn, if you control no untapped lands, gain 2 life. I never control untapped lands. I never control any untapped lands. What else do I have in here? I've got a... There it is. There's the 4th one. I've got a playset of Mungo Worms. Now you say that and people are like, what does that do? It's a 6/5 for 4 mana. The controller can't untap more than 1 land. Whoop-de-flippin'-dee. Whoop-de-dee. And there's my other 3 Skyshard Elves. Just dropped the card on the floor. There we go. I've got a pair of Primal Commands in here. I don't think they really have done me as much good as they otherwise could or should have. I don't know. Here's some fun stuff for you. Here's a pair of Armageddons. A pair of Tectonic Breaks. Again, of course, is Destroy All Lands. Tectonic Break is X red sorcery. All players sacrifice X lands. A pair of Catastrophes, 4 colors, double white sorcery. When you play it, it's either a Wrath of God or an Armageddon, your choice. More Mirrodin Era Talismans. This is something I need to put more copies of in here, especially seeing as how now I have more copies. At least I should. But yeah, there's a Bludgeon Brawl. Oh yeah. Stop and think about this one. Stop and think about this one. Let's just take, I don't know, a Mercadian Atlas. And, there they are. Equip it onto Marisi's Twin Claws. Oh, 7/4 double striker? Come on! He's gonna take that Atlas and tell you where to go and how to get there. Also gonna send you on a one-way trip. But, yeah, it's kid science, it's fun, it's a cute deck. Back when Mana Burn was still part of the rolls before M10, frequently this deck would kill just by Mana Burn, especially in multiplayer games. I remember times I'd be sitting there and I have a defense that for the most part my opponents couldn't really get through. The other players are sitting there, they can't really get through on me. And dude's sitting there playing like a white weenie deck and his hand is practically empty and he's sitting there, it's like, I'm getting 8 mana on my turn, I can't do anything with it. It was awesome. What else? Other mean cards. I used to run a couple of monobarbs in there. I easily still could if I wanted to. Because monobarbs are mean. Before I had the Maurice's Twin Claws in there, I ran a playset of Hernum Chins. There's another Marble Diamond, a pair of Fire Diamonds. They were taking up some space for a while. I think they got replaced with Talismans. Retaliator Griffin, some variety of a promotional printing or another. I traded off with someone because I thought it might work out in the deck, but after much thinking about it, I decided no, because it's not really a very efficient card at what it does. I mean, my benchmark for what a 4-drop flyer should be, a 3-color 4-drop flyer should be, is Lightning Angel, and this guy's no Lightning Angel. What else do I have hanging around here? For some reason I thought about putting a Hunted Wumpus in for a while. Same with the Creeping Mold, I don't know why. Fanning the Flames used to be in there for a while because I found frequently late game, if the deck survives the late game, I've got a whole crap ton of mana that I have no idea what the hell to do with. What else have I got in here? Norwood Archers, they were part of a sideboard for flying defense. Same thing with Squallmonger. I got some Wall of Roots here. They used to be in here as a stall and as an extra mana generator. Come to the conclusion I don't really need them. Also, as part of a sideboard, I had a Quartet of Land Grants. It's a colorless and a green. It's a sorcery. If you have no cards in your hand, you may reveal your hand instead of paying Land Grants mana cost. And you search your library for a forest and put it into your hand, then shuffle. So, ostensibly, I had I had this sideboard put together for one reason only, and that was so I could have a sideboard with some land in it. The idea of trying to make the deck a little bit more consistent, but I never actually used it, never did it. Just didn't seem to, I don't know, it just ran counter to the way the deck's supposed to operate, you know? But it's a fun deck to play. It doesn't work very often, but when it does, it's a thing of beauty to behold. Really is. A little brainchild here. Sitting on top of my laptop. It's a nice laptop too. I got it through iBuyPower. They shipped it out. Oh, they shipped it out to my sister, who then forwarded it to me. I was in Iraq when I got it. So my old laptop was on its last legs. It was an old laptop. It was slow as all hell. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, this is actually a good It's a good laptop though. I paid a fair amount of money for it. I mean, it's not top of the line, but it's not a slouch either. So I mean, it runs City of Heroes. But to be perfectly honest, I think I used it more for like. Well, let me see. It runs City Heroes. It's running Windows Vista. It ran Halo 2 for Vista, which I also have on my. Which I took the disc and installed it on my desktop as well. I don't really use this laptop for much anymore. Mostly what I use this laptop for these days is D&D notes, because it's a whole hell of a lot easier to keep track of all your notes and whatnot and all the material you need on the laptop than it is to carry around a huge stack of books and notebooks, etc., etc., etc. You know how it is. Well, at least if you play D&D, you do. But yeah, so there's my Landless deck, occasionally referred to as the Mulligan Special. It's fun, it's cute, not terribly consistent. And of course, the one thing that happened... This is also a nice deck box. I like it, I want to get my hands on more. My FLGS doesn't really carry them, unfortunately. So I may have to like order direct, you know, when I can spare the money out of the budget. Oh well. I'm going to call this video done, post it up on YouTube, and I'll get back to the sorting tomorrow. Or at least that's my plan at this point in time. And hey, tomorrow I should be able to make it down to the FLGS. I didn't make it down last week because my sleep cycle got all screwed up, and I think part of it was because I was nervous about the ready reserve muster the next day, because I was hoping to like do a little bit of networking, and I might actually have a lead on employment in my preferred field. Yay! Oh well, be good, fellas.